Hey everyone, welcome to Frugal Money Mindset. Today we will be discussing the stock that I currently own, which is Google, and why I think that it is currently undervalued at this point of time. So let's jump in. So let's start with where Google stands today. As of the recording of this video, Google is trading around $178 per share, down around 12.49% from the recent high. In all time, it has given a return of 22.71% year on year CAGR. Today, Google has countless products against many categories. It isn't just Google search. It is an ecosystem of products that we use in our day-to-day life. So, for example, where are you watching this video on? YouTube, which is a product of Google, which has 2.5 billion active users worldwide. Which browser I generally use? It's Chrome. Again, a product of Google. Where do I get all my emails? It's Gmail. Again, a product of Google. Let's take another example. Let's say I want to go somewhere. I generally use Google Map for that, which is again a product of Google. What type of phone I have? It's Android. Again, a product of Google, which is powering around 70% of global smartphones. These are just some of the examples. We can look into what Peter Lynch have said once about which stock to pick in one of the Fox Business interviews in 2019.
So, Peter, your investing philosophy is often summed up as buy what you know. And there's some truth to that, and it's also often way oversimplified.
Sure.
Can you explain what you did mean by that and what you didn't mean?
Well, it bothers me that people are very dangerous when they invest. This word play the market, that's a dangerous term. But if you do some work, do some research, know what you own, look at the research, look at the balance sheet. If you could add 8 and 8, get fairly close to 16, you can find out this company has lots of debt, no cash, they're in trouble. You should know it. So a little bit of research. People are careful when they buy a refrigerator, careful when they take a vacation. And they'll put $5,000, $10,000 some stock to hear on the bus or to party. That's dangerous.
So when you say buy what you know, you also thought that the regular investor might be able to get an inside advantage by sticking to an industry he's familiar with or seeing something that she realizes is a great product.
Imagine if you were in a mall the last 50 years. You would have seen Gap when it was hot. You would have seen Limited when it was hot. You would have seen when it was not hot. You would have seen when they were starting, people weren't excited about Gap anymore. And then you do some research, say, well, gee, there's a lot of limited stores, but we're only at 20. You know, they can go to 400. So you see a company. I did really well with Dunkin' Donuts, a local company. I did well with Stop and Shop. But people could see that these are really some people showing up, or I guess the Sunglass Hut, no one's there anymore. So I mean, that's research. That's fundamentals.
So
but you don't leave the mall, though, and buy that day. You have to do some more work.
That's the important point.
Yeah.
So
Google is currently valued at 2.17 trillion US dollars. It is sitting at a PE of 19.35, which is almost all-time lows. Usually this ratio is around 20s to 30s. This means the stock is cheap on the earnings per share perspective. We can clearly look into revenue and income statements that it has been consistent for years. Coming to recent earnings, it has outperformed the expectations for most cases. Just look at Q1 2025 results, 38% more than the expectation. If the company was dying, how can it be consistent and outperforming? On researching on this stock on these parameters, I have given a rating of 4.57 star out of 5. In this, I have covered most of the aspect like how much diversified the stock is, how it adapt to market changes, how are the profit margins and the other aspects also. Search is the most dominant revenue streams of the Google. And this is also the biggest reason why the stock price have plummeted on recent months, because most people think that it is fading away. We will come back to that in a minute. Apart from this, the other revenue stream come from cloud, ad and others like smartphone revenue stream from Google Pixel. The term just Google it comes from the way back when I was small and we had minimal access to the internet. The internet was on the rise and Google was making history. Now, rising of AI has changed the world like never before. In my day-to-day life, I also use search chatbots. If we look at data, Google dominates the global search market with 90% share. That's a huge moat, I think. With detailed analysis of cash flows, I have got an intrinsic value of the stock around $170. I have bought this stock with average price of $155. This is the second highest allocation of my portfolio, around 17.64%. Lastly, I want you guys to check out Google I/O 2025, where Google stated that it is here to stay. Lot has been going on behind the scenes, like 3D video calls, VO3, and Flow. I have given a link in description, you can check it out. With this, we are in the end of this video. Please hit like and subscribe for more content like this.